Hey Gemini, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of July 2023. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Gemini, with a intuitive life coaching oracle card. All right, before we dive into your reading, Gemini, I do want to do a quick announcement. I want to invite you to check out a new channel, Spirituality by Soosh. She is one of the students of my How to Start Your Own Tarot Channel program, which I launched, I think, a couple years ago. The course is not available right now because I am, updating it. But she completed the course, and I'm so proud of her. And she started her channel, and she is doing some amazing spiritual work over there. I would love it if you can check her out, give her a subscribe, and you can tell her I sent you. I will have the link to her channel in the description. So I'm very excited for her, and I want to do whatever I can to help her grow. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. We have the Death card first in the reverse. Now that means there is a transformation currently taking place. As a matter of fact, you might be in the midst of a transformation or a big life transition as we speak. And it looks like that's going to happen as we move into this first week of July. There's some emotional healing involved, but there's also somebody who is supporting you through the transition. This Knight of Cups means you get some type of support or assistance, and it's exactly the support or assistance that you need. Now, as this relates to your money, you're going to have to really pay attention to the budget. You're going to have to really pay attention to what's coming in, what's going out, tracking everything, because your life is changing here in a very big way. Now this could be for any number of reasons, but the thing is like when we have life changes, our money gets impacted as well. And as a way to kind of make sure we are financially stable is keeping track of everything that's coming in and going out. We have to be very intentional with our spending, very mindful with our savings. So just make sure that you're aware of that and you're staying on top of that. Now we also have the Fool card in the reverse. The Fool card in the reverse is a card that talks about sometimes, we don't know what we're doing, but we're just going to go somewhere, right? Sometimes life is like that. It's like, I don't know where I'm going to go, but I know I'm not going to stay here, right? So sometimes when that happens, again, that has an impact on our money. We may not know how much money we need. Maybe we don't know where we're gonna, live or move or whatever the case may be. The thing is, though, is like, I'm feeling like I need to tell you, as long as you are intentional with what it is that you want, you're gonna have the money you need in order to make that happen, okay? So if you're intentional about living in a certain place, then you have to be very intentional about how your money is spending, where it's going, and that type of thing. I think intention and mindfulness is key here. Finally, we got that Six of Wands. The Six of Wands means that you are attracting a lot of attention. And again, that's going to benefit you. That's going to help you make more money. When people see you, they want to support what you're doing. Now, in not every case, will someone just out and give you money. But I've seen it happen. It's not like it's not possible. Right? I'm not saying that's going to happen for everybody, but what I am saying is that you never know how spirit works and how things move. So just something to think about, Gemini. All right, let's continue on here and see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of July 2023. What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? All right, Gemini, and it just keeps getting better and better. Now, we do have this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, that means that you have to make sure you are not overindulging in spending on yourself. Now, I'm not saying to deny yourself anything, but you know what? Maybe I am to some degree. This means that we can't overindulge, we can't splurge, I mean, we can, but there's a time and a place. And it looks like because you're going through this big change in your life, you know, it could be a job, could be a relationship, could be whatever. But because you're going through a big change, now is not the time to really splurge. Now is the time to be, like I said, very mindful and intentional about your money. We also have this Two of Wands. That means that you're looking at the past, contemplating what you want to do differently for the future. Again, that makes sense. If you're in the midst of a transition, of course, we're going to, you know, look back and see, you know, how could we have done something different if possible. We also have this Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands in the reverse, that's a communication card. That means that communication may have been strained for a while, but it looks like things are finally settling down, and that's a good thing. That's going to give you some clarity and peace of mind as you make these new money decisions that you're going to be making. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is group work, collaboration, so I wouldn't be surprised if you connect with a group of people who can help you, you know, make this transition, or who can help you make the money that you want to make. Now we also have the Knight of Pentacles. That's a really good card because this is financial support or assistance coming your way. So don't feel like you're going to be out left to dry. There is going to be some type of help or support coming your way. The other thing about that Knight of Pentacles, Gemini, is that it's a card that talks about whatever you need, it shows up for you. Okay? You know, this is a money reading, so a lot of times it is money, but it doesn't always have to be, right? It could be information, it could be a resource, it could be, oops, it could be anything, tools, I don't know, anything, right? So whatever you need does show up for you roughly at the end of that second week in July. All right, Gemini, let's continue on and see what else shows up for you. Now, we got two of the most positive cards here, the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Those are two fantastic cards, magnificent cards, because it means your wish is coming towards you. You know, it's in the reverse, so it may mean just to a lesser degree, maybe not exactly as you hoped, but you are starting to see some good come your way. Same with that Ten of Cups. That means there's going to be something worth celebrating. This is really exciting, okay? So things are, you know, actually changing for the better as we move throughout the month. We have the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles is a card that talks about balancing the budget. I think we've kind of already mentioned that, but I guess the cards really want us to get the message. We talked about that at the beginning. You know, pay attention to what's coming in, what's going out. You need to track everything. Track your money so you have no confusion or no mystery about where the money's going or how it was spent, okay? We also have the Hangman. Now, the Hangman talks about kind of feeling stuck. And we talk about this a lot when we're talking about money, because sometimes people feel financially stuck. And I do get the sense that that's kind of what you're feeling. But the thing is, Gemini, when I look at the surrounding cards, this is only temporary. And sometimes being financially stuck is what we have to experience in order to kind of break through or kind of move to that next level as it relates to our money. Now, we also have the Nine of Pentacles. This is a repeater card. Remember, we said don't splurge here, don't overindulge here, but it looks like you may have a little bit of wiggle room to do that in the following week. Okay, so, you know, this is only temporary. Make sure that the money, you know, that you allocate towards fun and whatever, self-care, you know, you can do those things. You know, I'm not saying to deny yourself, but we have to do everything within reason and within the right time. Finally, we got the Knight of Wands. This is another support assistance card. This means there's some type of support or assistance coming your way as it relates to the work you do or as it relates to your career. Now, this is really exciting because it means that, again, whatever you need, exactly in the way you need it, is going to show up for you. All right, Gemini, let's see what else is coming through for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. Wow. For the month of July 2023, what do we need to know for the sign of Gemini? All right, Gemini. So Gemini, you've got like almost all of the most positive cards in the deck in your reading. So that's really good. So, you know, the underlying tone, the energetic theme of your reading is all good, all happiness, success, winning, celebration, all the things. Because you've got the Sun card, then you have the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. Those are the most positive cards in the deck, okay? And you've got them all in your reading. Now, it doesn't matter that they're in the reverse, right? It just means that, yes, all of the success, all of the good things, but maybe to a lesser degree. But there's nothing really to complain about. All right, so we got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is contemplating the future. Looks like future planning is being put on hold. Again, I'm not surprised because you're definitely in this transition phase throughout the month, Gemini. So again, you probably won't be making any big immediate plans. We also have the Chariot card. This is a fun card, at least it is for me, because this talks about things happening not only with speed, but a lot of things happening simultaneously. So you have this project over here, you have your side gig here, you have stuff happening at work here, and it's all good. Sometimes you're going to be feeling like you're being pulled in, many different directions, but sometimes this is exciting. Sometimes this is exactly what you need to get back on track, to get your focus back where it should be. You have a lot of things going on. All of them have the potential to be highly or hugely successful. All of them have the opportunity to make you some good money and be very profitable. So there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I'm not saying burn yourself out, but if you can keep up with several things, why not, at least temporarily, especially like I said, because if you're in a transition phase, that might be the exact thing you need in order to kind of get things moving and take you to that next financial level. We talked about the Sun card, one of the most positive cards in the deck. It means the answer is yes. It means all things go. Yes, positivity, celebration. It is the highest vibration card in the deck, so it doesn't matter how it shows up. It's just reaffirming that this is going to be a very good month for you, Gemini. Now we also have the Six of Pentacles. That's the card of generosity. When it shows up in the reverse, that means that you cannot you don't want to overgive. You don't want to overextend yourself, right? When we give from our overflow. We don't give at the expense of ourselves or our families, right? So make sure that you're taking care of all of your responsibilities, Gemini, before you decide to give something to others. Now, this isn't only about money, but it's also your time, your attention, your resources, your knowledge, your experience, your skills, your information. All of those things are uniquely yours, and they're gifts. So if you share them with others, make sure you're not doing it to where, you're kind of doing it at the expense of yourself. I guess that's the best way to put it. Finally, we have the Four of Cups. Looks like a lot of opportunities are going to come your way, Gemini, but not all of them are going to resonate. This card always means don't be afraid to say no. If something does not fit in your plan, or if something does not resonate with you, have no hesitation, make no apologies for saying no. Sometimes that's the most loving thing you can do for yourself, especially if it's something money related. There's nothing wrong with saying no, okay? All right, Gemini, like I said, this month, it's all good. But I'm sensing there's a big change here, and this big change definitely will impact your finances and your money in some way. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to make big changes in order to get to where we want to go, and I feel like this is part of that process for you, Gemini. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading, Gemini, with a intuitive life coaching oracle card. Ooh, okay, we've got card number 53, Soul Group. You are getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. Wow. You are getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. Yes, I totally sense this. Remember when we talked here about collaboration, group projects, and so forth? This is confirmation. So Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.